Hello. Just trying to make sure it looks okay. It's been a while. I'm just waiting for people to start joining in.
Yep. If I go up there, I've got a key.
Oh, come on, don't start messing up for me now. Brad, can you put your hotspot on for me?
Yeah.
I just want to see if it makes a difference because it's blurred out. The network is absolutely atrocious. Talk. See if that makes a difference. Probably not. We'll see.
I don't know, it's just there. We can get the activity, can't we?
See if that makes a difference. It looks a bit clearer. See how we go. Oh, I need to turn that off. Hello, hello. Give me a little wave in the chat if you see me. I'm not on for a long time. They're going to patch everybody through. Hey, hope you're all well.
Are you ready?
It's nice to come on and have a chat. Seems so long ago when I was last on. And I just wanted to catch up with everybody. So how are you all?
It's just
for those that are new, that have joining my live stream, the background noise will be my husband. Now my husband, we got married in March, and my two sons that are upstairs, who are 17 and 12. So yeah, it can get a bit noisy sometimes. I do apologise. I don't have my own space. We share the living room to do us things. So I do apologise for the background noise. Right, so we're colouring in the new wonderful Wildflowers by Johanna Basford. My wonderful friend bought me this book as a surprise, which was a really good surprise when it dropped through my letterbox. And I've already coloured a page in this, which is this one. I wanted to do something because here in the UK we have a Remembrance Sunday to remember as war veterans that served in war. So we have poppies and stuff, and I just wanted to do a little bit of something from me, you know. And I saw this. This is just plain in the middle. So I coloured this with my luminance pencils. Well, in fact, first off, I went in with my Neocolour 2s in the background. Then I used tracing paper on a picture. I went around the edge of everything, put it on the paper and just wrote, drew around the lines, and it transferred onto the paper. And then I went in with my black Posca pen and did the black outline. And then I went in with my luminance on the leaves and the flowers. I did in red, obviously, for poppies. There might not be poppies. I don't know what flowers they are, but I wanted to incorporate them as poppies. So I went in with luminance pencils, and then just to add a little bit of touch, there was already little black dots around the outline, so I just went in with white gel pen around the inside and then a red Jelly Roll pen on the outside. Just a little bit of a finishing touch. I think it worked quite well, actually. And I really like the finished piece. I didn't want to do anything in the outer rim. I just think that it'd have been a little bit too much to add something on the outside. I don't know, I may come back later and do something else. Like, I were thinking of like writing Lest We Forget, or a little bit of a, I don't know, something on the sky, but I just thought that just as it is enough. So yeah, that's my first page in this book, and then I've been drawn to this page ever since. The first time I flipped through it was, this page just jumped out at me like, colour me now. So that's the one that I want to make a start on this stream. So that's what I will be doing. I'm just going to share this to my group on Facebook.
I've got time for that.
I don't know if it's right. I've got to share the actual link for it to work. Real pain. Copy. See if it works, because I haven't been in my group chat, my group for a long time either.
No more.
I feel like I've neglected a lot of stuff. I've just not really had time to do anything, to be fair. I can't even find my group, my colouring group. See more. There we go. 11 weeks ago I was last on this, apparently. Oh, 29th of August. Paste. Post that up there, and then people will be able to see me live. Hi everybody. If you've been on my lives before, it sounds a bit cheeky, but if you can share my live stream, get people joining, I'd be really appreciative. Or even just a thumbs up, I'd be really appreciative of that.
You're right. Press it. There.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not dawdle. So on this page, I'm going to go in with my luminance pencils. I have been a polychromo girl / Prisma girl for a long time. Before that, it was like my Arteezas. I did like my Artex pencils as well. Even Koyano, to be fair, I was into those ones as well. But the more I'm advancing into my colouring journey, I'm figuring out the pencils that I'm enjoying most. So I'm flitting at the moment between Prisma, Faber-Castell Polys and my Luminance. Those are my three go-tos. Obviously they're expensive pencils. And then I did get these Crandiash Pablos. I have not tried them yet. The reason for it is they're expensive, really expensive. As expensive as the the luminance pencils. And I'm scared that I'm going to get really, really used to these pencils to the point I'm going to need a full set. And I think these are more than the luminance. So I don't want to get too attached to them. And I've only got a selective few on there anyway. So I'm just going to stick with my luminance, I think. I get all my tools out that I need. My brush. I've got my sharpener, I've got my rubber. Although I think I'm needing a new rubber because this is getting shorter and shorter. It'll do for this stream. Let's put that back. Make sure it's in there. Hi, Dawn. Hope you're well, darling. Long time no see. Just making sure everything's working as it should. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm getting there anyway. Plodding on. We've got to. How are you? Hold on a minute, I'm just looking. I'm trying to figure out where I need to be colouring the black first because I want to go in with my black. Right, I think that's a good reference photo. Pop that there. There we go. That's great to hear, Dawn. Sorry, I was miles away. I was looking for a reference photo for the pandas because sometimes I get mixed up where the black is meant to be white, if you get me. It's been a while. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with my brush marker. I think it's going to have to be. I think it's going to have to be my brush marker. See that though? Oh, I think these had it. We are working in Johanna Basford's new book, Dawn, The Wonderful Wildflowers. I'm just trying to figure out what pen would be best to work on. Because I need it to be really, really. Oh, I'm gonna have to. It's definitely gonna have to be that. Yeah, it's John's Wonderful Wildflowers. So I'm gonna go in with. This is my Unipin Fine Line Black Brush pen. It's really good because that's your tip. It's really good for getting into those small crevices of your book. Obviously the leaves and stuff I'm going to be colouring green, but the background I'm just going to go in with the usual black that the panda would be. So yeah, I'm not too bad. It's been a busy year. I'm not gonna lie, it's been hectic. For those of you that follow regularly, I lost my dad last October. That hit me hard. And then after that, I was helping my granddad with my nanan because she was bedbound. She was really poorly, so I'd go around to help with anything that they needed and sorting out the bills and food. And I'm guessing you'll understand if you've been there. She was 91. My granddad's 90. It was 19 February. So it was taking its toll on him, and I ended up having to intervene by getting help to come to the house and whatnot. And I was the port of call, you know, for emergency contacts if they needed anything and whatnot. So my time was dedicated to them, as well as I've got a little black nose on there, as well as looking after, you know, sorting Ruben out, because he's been having real problems at high school. When he first started last September, it was okay for a little while. And after a little while, I'd say about 2-3 months, things started to not look too good. It was struggling in just in general in going to school and having problems with the children. So we were back and forth at school. Is a SEND child, so he's got a EHCP. For those in America, I don't know if it's the same in America, that SEND children are special educational needs child, and the EHCPs for the school to get funding to be able to give the child the available stuff that they need for advancing in, you know, in their growth in education and whatnot. So he's going to HCP, and they basically turned around at, I'd say around about June, July time this year, saying that they can no longer meet his needs. And he's been bullied. I'm not going to lie. He's been bullied, and we've been at school, and because we brought it up with school, his dad got suspended from school, so he couldn't pick him up. And I've been going to TAF meetings, which is to go through everything that's, you know, that's been going on, and trying to get the help and resources we need. We ended up getting a family support worker. She's been coming out every other week to help. He's been put on the pathway for autism, and we're currently waiting for him to be assessed for ADHD and autism. He's had his first initial assessment. She's said that from what the evidence that she's got from us, from what we've told her, it does show that he has got autism, but she can't officially diagnose him. It's got to go through like a process. So the process is anything between 2.5 years to 4 years. It's just a matter of as and when we get the appointment. Obviously it doesn't change much, other than that he gets on his EHCP that he's got autism, and it can get the correct education he needs from school, etc. But because the high school that he's at the moment are saying that they can't meet his needs, I have decided that I want him to go into a special needs school where he's going to get the help he needs, because he's had some tests done with some healthcare professionals, and one of the tests come back that he got an understanding of a 6-year-old, bearing in mind that he's 12. That he's got a understanding of a 6-year-old and a reading age of a 8.5-year-old. So it's like basically chucking a child that's 6-year-old into year 8, which is like 12-year-old's classroom. So you can imagine the anxiety and the frustration. and just the dread and fear of going to school and not being able to do what he needs to do. He wants to do it, but he just is just not able to because he's just not got the right. They've tried different ways to get him in because he's not even in mainstream classrooms. He's in this thing called the Hub. They've been trying to get him out of it for a year, but it won't come out of it because he's comfortable. So at the moment, it's just a case of him just going as and when. Well, it goes as and when. They don't care at this point if he's late or if he comes in late, as long as he comes in and gets at least one of his marks throughout the day. And recently, he's just been deciding to go late. So it can be out like up to dinner time that like, oh, I'll get ready and I'll go. The school knows and everything, but because the schools said that they can't meet his needs, I've had to go through mediation with the council. That's because he already has it. He had it because every year you've got to have an EHCP review, and you can only do it once every year just to update the EHCP. And because Reuben's were already done this year, we couldn't just, up and do it again. You have to go through right channels in order to get it reviewed again if it needs amending. So I had to go. I tried the panel first, the council. I tried panel first to get his EHCP redone. Well, no, to get him a special needs place, but because there was not enough evidence to say that he needed a special needs school on his EHCP and no other corresponding evidence to prove that, they basically said no, and I had to go then through mediation with the council to have his EHCP reviewed again. So I've had to have an online Teams meeting with the council, mediation, and a lot of other professionals, and I've had to really, really slug it out and explain everything and, get them on side to know that, my son is struggling and it's no good him mentally being tortured going to a school that he just cannot cope with. There's basically said on the the Teams meeting, they weren't going to give him a special needs setting there and then because they needed to gather more evidence. So we've then had to come away and they've gave us a certain length of time to do an EHCP review meeting so we can get all the evidence together, which we've already done. Well, we haven't done. Hi, Leslie. Hope you're well, darling. Nice to see you. We've had a meeting, but she wanted to just get all the evidence from the meeting that took place with the council to update my son's EHCP, and then for me to review it and then send it off. But the woman that I'm working with at Sendias has told me that's not how the process goes. She's got to actually make a meeting and get all the professionals in that's involved with Reuben and get all their input and do it that way. So now I've got to wait for a meeting to be took place for that. But alongside that, I've also got going the tribunal case, so I can appeal against the council's decision with the corresponding evidence that I've collected up until the meeting that we have with the tribunal. So I'm in the process at the moment, like, of getting all the information gathered and together so that I can get Reuben what he needs. So I've been really, really busy, and then obviously my nan passed away on the 3rd of July, and that's been a tough one. It's going to be his first Christmas without her, my granddad's not coping very well. He puts on a good face, you know, as they do. So I'm just, you know, trying to be there for him and look after him as much as I can. Trying to get him out and stuff, because he'd just sit in bungalow all day, every day, not doing anything if he could. So, yeah, that's what I've been really up to. I do try and get my colouring in when I can. Last month I didn't do too bad, to be fair. I did do 20 something, but I think it's because I had a project book with Knick Knack Colours on Instagram. We've got the Enchanted Gnomes by Coco Wyo to do together, and we've been doing it for like, I think, over a year at this point. And do you know, when you colour a book and it's the same kind of thing all the time, it does get rather boring. And we were picking 2 pages a month. I did enjoy it, but I was glad to get a shot of it, if you know what I mean. Just one less thing to do, not because I weren't enjoying it as such, you know, colouring with her, but it was the tedious designs of gnomes. I wouldn't even class them as gnomes. They were more along the lines of gonks, because you can't see the eyes. But yeah, we're getting a bit fed up of seeing gnomes, gonks. And I said to her, I've got like 8 pages left. I'm just going to smash through it and get it out of the way. I said, no rush on your end though. Take your time. So she's taking her time, and I smashed through it, and that's why I had like 20 something pictures done. So thanks, my feet. Oh, bless you, Leslie. As long as your fingers are working, so you can do some colouring. But yeah, I know the struggles. I have a really bad back from time to time, and no matter what painkillers you take, it still doesn't ease it. You know, it's a real pain. But thank you so much. I am trying. I suppose there's only so much you can do as a parent as well, you know. But he's struggling. Sure, that's black. Yeah. He is also struggling with bullying and stuff. A year 11 girl come into the hub where he was, not yesterday, day before, and he come home really upset and crying. She was just being mean to him. When we're having problems with some kids on the street in summer, it's a relation to them, and they've solely searched him out and picking on him, threatening him and stuff. And I weren't having it. I said, if you're going to carry on letting people, well, your students, threaten my son, I'll be getting the police involved, because I'm not having it. He's been to school yesterday and today, and he's not had no problems, other than he says that she keeps coming in, but she's not saying out to him. So that'll just be, you know, intimidation to intimidate you to say, you know, I'm here, you know, I'm not going anywhere. But I've said the first time she lays her hands on him, God forbid, you know, there's taking it into school when it's been an outside of school problem. And to be fair, it was not Ruben. It's the twins that were on here hurting him. So she's just doing it just to be, you know, just one of them kids, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You're not parcels. You say one says they're coming to 9:05 to 12:05, and then one's coming on Monday next week.
Yeah, welcome. So, but yeah, other than that, we're all doing well.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going on with life, you know, taking each day as it comes. What you been up to then? What y'all been up to? Thank you, Dawn. I think the legs are black. Yeah. His legs, feet are black, so I'm going to colour these black as well. Just making sure I've not missed any little white gaps at this side. Yeah, I've missed being on talking to you all anyway. It's been really, really weird, you know, because when you're used to doing something and then it suddenly stops because you've got other priorities. And I thought, oh, I'll jump on even if it's just for an hour, just to catch up and see how everybody were, what they've been up to and whatnot. I went on holiday with my family to go and see my sister from another mister. I say that because I'm sure there's been some people that will probably know in the live. My wonderful bestie, Emily. We went to go and stay with her and her husband and the lovely Chip for a week in Wales, South Wales. We had a fabulous time. Didn't want to come home because it was really quiet. Really quiet where they live, and where I live, it's just madness. I call them Asbo kids because they're just feral. But where Em lives, it was just really, really quiet the entire time I was down, and her husband made some beautiful meals for us all, and I just didn't want to come home. It was different because going to Wales was a complete. I've never been to Wales, any part of Wales, so a new place to go and see. We couldn't do much because it was raining a lot of the time, which was a bit disappointing because I wanted to go and see everything, and wanted to go out, but it is what it is. It's, you know, it's the weather. You can't change what the weather's going to be like. So, but I said next time we'll have to come down when it's summertime or summerish, so at least it's not going to be absolutely chucking it down. So, yeah, we had a really good time. We went to Cardiff city centre. What a beautiful city that is. It's a really big place. I bought some lots of, well, you'll have seen me holiday haul that I did. I got some really lovely stuff while I was down there, and Em got me hooked on Lego, so I bought some sets. I bought the it was the whale set and a spider one and the Stranger Things set of the boys. So I've already fixed those up and put them on my shelf, because I've got a whole new jig going on with my desk. I got a new desk and updated that, so I've got a bit more room. I say a bit more room for more stuff. But yeah, I'm getting there. I've got a shelf put up so I can put all my stuff up there, and you know, the stuff friends have sent me as well over the years. But I do think I'm going to need more shelves. But at some point we'll be moving, so I don't want to get too pent up on getting too much put up on walls. So then I'm going to have to fill everything in and repaint it. Just a lick of paint just for new tenants to move in. Oh. Great British Railways. Lummin' heck. So where do you live then, Leslie? You see, we don't drive. We have to get taxis to get us, to places where we need to go. So it's hard to get about as such. I have just put in for my driving license. I'm hoping at some point or another where I can try and pass my test and have my own car, and I'd feel I'd be able to get about more and do more things rather than being stuck at home all the time. So I'm hoping at some point I can get the funds together to be able to pass my test. I can go anywhere I want then. I can chuck kids in car and say, come on, we're going here. We're going there. And I can just jump in car and go wherever I want. I think it's the being able to just go wherever you want when, you know, however long you want, without having to worry about anything because you've got your own car. Freedom is what it is. But we'll get there. Slow process. I enjoy Lego also, but I haven't bought a set in quite a while. I still have my Legos. 70s, from the 70s. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I've not really been a fan of Lego, and I went to Em's in October and she's got Lego. It started off as Lego minifigures, and I've got these ones, these little mini Legos. This is Freddy Krueger. And then I've got Michael Myers. You'll see I'm a big horror fanatic. And then I've got Pennywise. Jason, well, not everybody's cup of tea. And then I've got the Terrifier, Art the Clown. And Annabelle. Pardon me. And it started off with those, and it's escalated to the bigger sets. My husband's bought some of these mini Lego figures for his desk, but they're DC, Marvel. I'm into my horror. Looks like a ghost. So I like to collect my horror stuff. But yeah, that's it, how it started. And then I got the there's a spider Lego set, red, black and yellow. I did that one. That's up on my shelf. I'll show you. This one. I did this one. The fangs move. And then it's got this bit on back, and you can twist it back up. Nasty one. I like that. I like that one. I don't want to. Oh. See if I can show you this. Oh, I've already brought some. Then I did this one, Killer Whale. And there's a baby whale to match it. Little one. How adorable. And then if you watch Stranger Things, I got Will, Mike and Dustin and Lucas from Stranger Things. I did those. They're the only ones that I've got. Oh, they're the only ones I've got up to now. And done. I'm breaking them now, look. Breaking them. But yeah, I have got I've got a Lego list going on my Amazon wish list for Christmas. So I've said to people, just nip on there, get me something off there if you want to get me something for Christmas. So, but yeah, I blame Em for getting me into Lego. You like the whale? It's really cute. Not overly expensive either. I think it costs £25 in British pounds. I think the Stranger Things set costs more. I think that was something like 35. And I got all those from when I was down Wales. Don't they cost a lot of money to buy them? I suppose. Yeah.
Hello.
I suppose it depends on what set you go for, Dawn. Obviously, the different sets that you get, the bigger the set, the more it'll be. I suppose that's not the way it goes, but they do big sets because it costs hundreds. The spider one, I think that was like 15 quid. The whale one is a 3-in-1. You can either have it a penguin with a little penguin, a panda and a baby panda, or a orca with a baby orca. And it was a tie between all of them, to be fair. But I've got a love for orcas. I think they're absolutely beautiful, majestic animals. So powerful as well, and they're always in pods, and they communicate so well, and they're so intelligent. They're just beautiful animals. All animals are beautiful. I just went more towards the killer whales for my Lego. If I could have done both, I would have. Oh, bless. I got Ruben a little set of Lego, and he did these mini ones, like a little fish and a little house and whatnot, didn't you?
You want me to bring them down and show them?
If you want.
I'll
Ruben wants to bring his Lego down to show you what he's been doing with his Lego set. But yeah, it all depends how I get. Come on. Bless. He is cute. He is. I won't change him for world. Well, this month I've not really been in the mood for colouring. I don't know what it is. I know why. But you'll have to rebuild them. I have to get you to rebuild them. He's lost them. He's lost them. But yeah, I've just not been feeling colouring this month as much. I think it's hitting me a bit that, Christmas is around the corner, and my nan loves Christmas. And it's his first Christmas we are, so I'm feeling it a lot at the moment. But we've just got to keep going. I see it like this, that my nan loves Christmas. And I know she'd be saying, don't you dare not do Christmas just because I'm not here. So I'm going to... Thanksgiving is coming next Thursday. I don't think we celebrate it as much as what Americans do, Dawn. Oh, I've missed that bit there. I don't think UK celebrate it at all, do we?
No, I don't think so. Well, we used to, but then
No, I don't.
some
I've never known anybody in my family or, do Thanksgiving.
no, but we did used to.
How would you know?
Let me see, I remember.
But
I can't remember who did it though.
I never understood Thanksgiving, to be fair. I mean, like, you've got Christmas. I know Christmas is to do with, well, the birth of Jesus, isn't it? It's funny. Yep, I'm not sure how I'm going to cook and bake for Thanksgiving with my feet pain. I'll have to get creative. Bless you, Leslie. I feel for you, darling. I really do. There's no bit worse than being stood up in the kitchen for hours on end cooking and then, being in pain with your blooming feet. You have to stockpile on pain relief. Even I don't have any suggestions for that. I'm quite fortunate. I don't suffer with anything like that. But I couldn't imagine what you're going through at all. I mean, I get blisters on my feet and that's enough. Getting a blister blooming hurts. So I couldn't imagine feet pain. And then being stood up for hours on end.
The Thanksgiving is celebrated the first big meal between the pilgrims and the Native Americans.
Ah, not pilgrims, it's pilgrims.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I know, I'm just telling you.
Well, I've been doing some of this self-esteem at school.
I know.
It's been helping me a bit.
Good.
I ain't even helping me that much yet.
Yeah, I think Native Americans are absolutely wonderful people. I love the dress codes. I think the old style, with all that headdress and stuff. I just think that they're absolutely beautiful people. The way they dress and everything. Not the fact that, back in days in Western times or whatever, going and scalping people and that. I weren't agreeing on that. No violence. I don't like violence. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I think it's the culture and stuff, innit?
I'm a lover.
You like the way the dress and stuff. And how they think about afterlife and stuff like that as well. They cherish the lands. They're very spiritual people, aren't they?
Mum,
What, love?
who's the funniest person in the family?
Oh, I don't know.
Me?
If you want, yeah.
Me, I am kind of funny.
You can be funny.
They call their special clothing regular. Oh yes, all the cultures past aren't devoid of their own violence. I had to go week Saturday. My friend passed last week.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Dawn. There's nothing worse than having to go to a funeral. No. I didn't know that, to be fair, Leslie. It's just, the headdresses with feathers and stuff and just the design of the clothing. I think it's just amazing. And are they made it back in old times? he reads good. Back in, like the Western times and whatnot. Even to this day, because they do it with like special occasions, they get all dressed up in headgear and everything, don't they? And they look absolutely stunning. I hate it when there's so much hate and violence against certain culture. and religion. You believe in you know, you do what you need to do. Why should it bother anybody else? But that's another subject for another rainy day.
No, you know the reason why I'm really good at reading is because at school I do this thing called Reading Plus,
Yeah.
and it's called Dreambox Reading Plus, and I go on it like 8:55 or something like that. But since I'm not going down to the place I'm not supposed to be, which is Miss Mom, I have a teacher called Miss Mom, and she's nice and she helps me, and she like 2 weeks ago, and said, "Oh, Ruben, you want to do what was it? Let's on it, so like Reading Plus," and I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do that." But I have to help everyone know how to do it again. So because I've been doing it for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
so that's how I got better at reading. Just do
Good.
reading lessons and get better.
Good.
How old is he? I'm 12, nearly 13 next year.
He's 12. He'll be 13 in August next year.
I'll be finally a teenager.
I wish we were teenagers again, eh, Leslie and Dawn?
I'm nearly coming into my adult stage. That's wonderful.
Not adult yet.
Congrats. That's nice, son. Thank you.
Bless him. Yeah, I wish we were young again. I hate this getting older lark. It's depressing.
Yeah, it is. Once I leave home, you'll be happy.
No, I won't. I'll be sad because I'll not have to listen to your voice again unless you're visiting or want something.
Well, I'll be probably staying.
Be phoning me up, Mum, I need this, can I have it?
Yeah, but you have to help me learn how to do bills and look after myself.
Ruben, you know full well
I
that
don't even know how to look after myself anyways. What if I get hit and bullied without you being near me?
you see what I mean, what school's done to him. All this stuff at school, it's
Yes.
affected his mental health to some.
Oh, I wish I was 12 at all. Yes, except with our adult knowledge. LOL.
It's so funny.
Not me.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
Keep me on my toes, don't you, love?
Only reason I make people laugh is just so they don't get upset in any way possible.
He always.
I'm 61, LOL. I'll be 61. It's nearly 2026.
I feel 91 sometimes, Dawn.
No, you feel like 101.
38 and feeling like 91 some days. Oh dear. So what new books has everybody bought?
I have a Halloween. Ha ha ha.
Has anyone got this one, a Johanna Basfords, or is it going to be a Christmas present? I think this is going to be one of my favourites of hers. I like the Rooms of Wonder, but it's so busy, and those pages would take me weeks to get a decent, you know, for it to turn out how I want it to. I just wanted something simple to colour on live stream, so I thought, haven't you, Leslie? There's which ones did I get? Hold on a second. Penny bought me this one as a gift. She sent it through my Amazon wish list as a surprise, which were nice because it dropped through my letterbox at a time when I needed cheering up a bit. So I got that one. I got the new Wondrous Folk from Christine Karen and the Little Folk. I did get the Drum Reese, is it, from Anna Carlson. I think it's an older book. I think it's a single page book as well. I did get Anna's Christmas book and the Halloween book. I've just got the Leela Dooley's flower year book, is it? But it's a small pocket type one with a hardback version. What else have I got? Em bought me the Leela Dooley's, I think it was Walk in the Woods, and I got the Beautiful Planet one. I got Maria Troll's Sagan and Art Strider and the Julian's Alan Farger book, is it? I've got her 3 newish books. And I think that is it that I've bought. Oh, and I got the Rita Berman's, I think it was Asia book, because I didn't have that. It was the only one I didn't have in the collection. And I think that's the only recent books that I've purchased. I got a butterfly book as well. I think that's it. I think that's the only ones I've bought up to now, recently anyway. I keep looking for, latest ones that's going to be published. I keep trying to have a look for those. I don't need that now. I can knock that off.
Love you.
I love you. I still do artwork a lot of the time. Do you do drawing, Dawn?
I'm good at drawing. Right.
Are you going upstairs?
I want to find it.
Nah, I don't know what to do with the background. I don't know whether to leave it last. I want the jungle effect. I need to. I ain't even got my swatch book out. Yeah, I know I've got some pre-orders, but I can't remember what they are. Bye, Dawn. Take care, darling. It was lovely to see you, and well, as I see you, speak to you. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. I'm not going to be on for much longer anyway. It was just a quick chat and, catch up on that. I know a lot of people will be at work still, etc. So I will be able to rewatch it back. Luminance. I'm gonna go in with 212. 212. 225. It's that one. Oh. Not really done much colouring, have I? Moss.
I'll be upside down.
All right, darling.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye, everybody.
There's not many on us anyway.
Bye.
Bye. Do you know it's been downpour all day where I am? I'm fed up at rain already. I can't wait for summer next year. We don't get much of a summer, to be fair. It goes so quick. It's so depressing when, you know, cold weather comes and rain comes. Obviously, if I'm not going nowhere, it don't bother me that much. But when you need to do, like, go Christmas shopping, or you just need to go out in general to appointments and stuff, it's so depressing. Like, rain, go away, come back another day. These luminance go down so well on this paper. And I don't really need to press that hard to get a good, decent, you know, coverage on it. It might sound like I'm pressing, but I'm not. So, does any of you celebrate Christmas? Anybody got the Christmas tree up already? No, that's a bad word, saying the C word so early. I always put mine up like towards end of November. I enjoy it for a month or so, just over a month, and then take it down just after New Year. Kids get to enjoy it for longer, and I've started putting Christmas presents under the tree now. I just can't be bothered, you know. And this week being first Christmas without my nan on that, it's going to be a lot different to what we usually, you know. Now, are they flowers or part? I think it's part of leaves, isn't it? Oh, it's nice to know that someone else celebrates Christmas and puts the tree up early-ish. I usually put mine up round about the last week of November. I think we've put it on calendar that Ruben wants it up on the 24th. Or we're going to put it up on the 24th. So it'll be up for just over a month. It's I do enjoy Christmas though, I've got to admit. I do love Christmas. I love seeing everything trimmed up and kids enjoying themselves. You know, it puts a smile on the face when they're helping decorate a tree and getting ready for Christmas, wondering what they've got. I mean, I want to decorate my living room and whatnot, and bedroom. I've got an idea how I want it to look, but obviously with Christmas and whatnot, we can't afford to do both. So I've got to wait until after Christmas to maybe just, not to like go overly all out on redecorating, because when things change around here, meaning when my granddad's no longer here, we are planning on moving. So we don't want to be spending too much on this property to be up and moving, you know, doing a swap with someone else for them to enjoy the luxury of a whole brand new kitted out house when we're going to be moving, and we don't know what their house is going to be like. So we just to touch up on some rooms, make it a little bit more homely. Close that one. So the colour that I want in here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the colour because I always colour coordinate my tree with my colour scheme in the room. Although I've changed my mind so many times. I think one year I had Primark were doing this bundle of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. And I just went all out and bought all the set of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse baubles from Primark, and then got red and black tinsel, and I kitted the tree out as Mickey and Minnie Mouse tree. And it cost a fortune. I haven't even got rid of them, I've just kept them. And then for the last 2 years I've had it as silver, rose gold and gold, I think it is, because that's the colour of my living room. I've got like a pink, rose gold, grey and whitey cream type one. And they're on symmetrical shape things, so I like to keep in coordination. But I don't know if anybody's the same, but I get really bored of the same thing all the time, and I have to switch and change things to me. Same with like changing the living room. I don't know if you have your sofa or chair or couch a certain way, and then you've got to shuffle things around and move your cabinets and your sofa, a couch, and every so often just swapping and changing it around just to make it look or feel a bit different to your usual thing. And I get that from my nan, because she was a swine for changing it up and wanting me to change it this way, change it that way, and go, it's all right as it is, leave it as it is. And she'd be like, no, I want a change, I'm fed up of seeing it like this. And I get it from my nan. But this house we're in, yeah, it's the biggest room, but I've got a 6-seater L-shaped sofa, so you're limited to which way you can put stuff, and it frustrates me so much. And we're on about getting rid of that because it's knackered anyway. It's a pre-loved sofa, and it makes me sick. I want to get rid of it because it's just outdated now. I want to get a grey 2-seater sofa and a chair, but I want them to be electric, and that's thanks to Em and Sam, because they've got electric sofa, recliner sofa, and I saw him sat in that, and I'm like, you look so comfy. I'm jealous. I want my own electric recliner chair. So we're on about getting a new sofa and chair for living room, so when my back's playing up and I can't sit on desk, well, not sit on the desk, but sit at the desk, I can just get me swivel table or something, get a swivel table that'll go under the chair, and I can sit on my chair and just do my colouring there. So that's the plan. But I thought, like I said, I do want to decorate it up a bit, just spruce it up a bit. I like the idea of mustard and navy blue. I think it's navy blue. Just the colours just go so well together, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. The hubby's not too keen on it. He doesn't like the mustard, but I do. I might get him to change his mind in due course. We'll see. But I do like them colours.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't changed our living room items for several years. It took me ages to find curtains I liked. Yeah, I think that's a pain in the backside, you know, when you get a certain colour scheme and you can't find the right ones to match you know, to match things. I think that's the issue you do have, like trying to match and find things that'll go with the decor and stuff. I've just got some grey, some pink curtains. They're very long curtains, but they cost a fortune. But it's because it's the size of the bay window is quite large, so that's why it costs so much. But I think I'd have to go with that's a tricky one actually. I'd have to put like a patterned wallpaper on where I've got this one. But it's deciding what colour I'd have the walls. Because I think mustard would be too much on 3 walls. But then I think it'd be too much if it were royal, dark navy blue, because it would make the room darker. So that's going to be a toughie. Planning on what colour I wanted it on the walls, unless I keep it grey as I've got it. So having it grey, mustard and navy blue. Oh God, the decisions are so hard. We have a recliner sofa too. I'm sitting in it right now. Oh, you lucky moo, Leslie. You lucky moo. I wish I had one. The sofa that we've got at the moment's absolutely awful. It's old. It was my brother's and his ex-girlfriend's settee at the time, and I bought it off them, and it were her brother's sofa, and you know, I was like, I need to get rid. I need to get rid. Get my own sofa. There's no better than picking your own sofa as well. But we'll get round to it, and I will get me recliner sofa and chair eventually. Oh, I like how this is turning out. I don't know whether to colour them green or colour them something else. But I'm going to leave it blank for now. Yeah, and my bedroom, I want it woodland themed. I've got an idea in my head. I want it to look as though we're literally laying in a bed in woods. Not a dark feeling, but like on a misty morning type feeling. It's like a refreshing feeling. Because since we moved in 5 years, I've stared at red and black walls. And there's only so much more I can take of seeing red and black bloody walls. I want a change. I want to spruce things up and get rid of some things that we don't need. I mean, we've already done some of that before we went away. Chuck some old stuff out, ready for Scrapman to take. But we do need to like proper declutter stuff and maybe put some stuff in loft. So we've got space to move around in bedroom, because there's bedroom tech, you know, but like when you've got nowhere to put stuff, you just chuck things wherever sometimes, don't you? And that's what we've done. It in just one corner. I need to get a new wardrobe. There's a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna have to save up and get what I can when I can. Slow and steady wins the race, but I don't, like I said, I don't want to be spending too much money. It'd just be nice to just spruce it up when we can. So, what books do you colour then, Leslie? Are there any specific books you colour? I think as I'm going along in my colouring journey as well, I'm getting really picky on what I buy. I've got to be interested in that artist before I buy it. I don't do it as often now where, I mean, my channel were mainly for flip throughs anyway, but before I do request flips, so all that somebody wanted a flip through of, I'd do it. Now I still do those requests, but I don't do it as often. I were out of pocket all the time because I was buying them to flip them, and then I was stuck with the books on my shelf, not getting used. So I've like, I only flip what I buy. Hi Mandy, hope you're well, darling. I've not been around much, to be fair. I'm on and off. Last time I was on doing a live properly was probably about 9 months ago. I'm just popping on to check on everybody, make sure everybody's all right, and you know, just catching up on stuff. I'm not back. I've still got a lot of things to do in real life, but I will try and get on from time to time, you know, just to check on people, even if it's just for an hour. So I'm glad you're well, darling. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a heck of a year, and I'll be glad to see it back of it, but at the same time, I'll be sad to see it back of it because I'm leaving my nan behind, you know, because my nan passing this year. It's very upsetting to know that I'm leaving her behind in this year, and not only that, my dad for a second year, so it's a bit sad. But I've got to carry on moving forward, as they say. You can't stay in the past. You just got to keep going, haven't you? But other than that, I'm not doing too bad. Just keep going. Some days are harder than others. I'm riding that grief train, so some days I can be sat here and a certain song will come on, or a certain something will come on, and it sets me off. I can have really, really good days, and then I can have really shit days. I'm not going to lie, I'm just going to tell you it straight. There's just days where I just can't be bothered to do anything. I just wing it. I mean, my husband always says, "Are you all right?" And what if I'm crying or whatever, he'll say, "What's up with you?" And I'll tell him, and he is supportive in his own way. But to him it's different to him to what it is for me. But I just said to him, look, just leave me to just get through it. Let me get it all out, and then I can start feeling a bit normal again. Because I feel that once I've cried and let it out, I feel a little bit better. But it's just that grief train, isn't it? It's like a roller coaster. You're up and down, and you've just got to ride it out. If you've got to cry, you've got to cry. If you've got to laugh, you've got to laugh. You know, I'm visiting my nan's grave and putting flowers on for me and my granddad, and we're currently waiting for him to top the soil up because the soil's come really down now. And I'm waiting for him to top it up because it would have been my nan and my granddad's 70th wedding anniversary in February. So when we went to go and sort the gravestone out, they are planning to try and get the gravestone done and fitted for the 70th wedding anniversary, which would have been the 18th of February next year. So it's going to be a bit more. It's going to be better when gravestone's on, and then it's like it's home. Then like at some point, my granddad's name's going to be on there, and that's where my granddad's going to be. You know. And I am trying to spend as much time as I can with him. I just don't want to overdo it, you know, being around him too much because he's not used to everybody being there. Up his ass, basically, as he calls it. Get off my bloody back, get out my ass, you know. But because I'm, you know, I'm very caring, and I just want to know that he's all right and stuff. If I don't go around, I call him every day. So I think I've coloured all the leaves on that. Really cute, that, isn't it? Really cute. So I just don't want to overpower him with, you know, checking in on him or being there all the time and just getting on his bloody wick. This book is absolutely gorgeous, Mandy. I was saying at the beginning of my live stream, I have already coloured a page in this book, which is this one. We have Remembrance Sundays here for our fallen war veterans from World War, and it's to do with poppies and stuff. So I wanted to do a piece on that to show me respect. Obviously, I had my 2-minute silence, but when I saw this, because on this page it's just the circle with the flowers, and I thought, oh, that'd be a lovely page to incorporate, you know, a remembrance piece. So I went in with my Neo Colour tools as for the background, and then I went in with my luminance pencils just to, you know, smooth it out a little bit to make it look like a sunset, sunrise type of theme. And then I traced this silhouette off my phone onto some tracing paper, and then I placed it on here and went over it. Then I went in with my Posca pen just to go around it and highlight it, obviously do the silhouette piece. And then I went in with my luminance pencils for the flowers and the leaves. White gel pen to add the highlights on the inner bit, and then I used my red jelly roll on the dots on the outside. So it was just a little bit of something to make it look not too simply. I didn't want to do anything with the outside of it because I thought that it'd be a bit too much. I wanted that to be the centre focus of it. So yeah, that's the first page I've done in this book, and it's an absolutely beautiful book. Well worth the money. I think it's one of Johanna's, you know, wonderful pieces that she's done in regards to books. There's, I think, the only other book that I truly like other than this one would be the Rooms of Wonder, but I've not really done any pages in that one. Have I done any pages in that one? Just have a look. I want to do more pages in this, but the problem with this one is it's very detailed, and I'd need weeks to. Yeah, I've done 2 pages in this one actually. 3 pages. They're very detailed and they just take a long time. So I think it's this one. Yeah. So I did this page in this book. This is the Rooms of Wonder book. Other one. I think this was a buddy one that I did a while back. Obviously you can't see all of the page, but I did add on this shell. I don't know if you'll be able to see it properly, but it's got like a holographic. I can't even remember what I used. In fact, I think it was my Novo what they call it now. They've got iridescent details on. I think it might have been this one actually, Love Potion Dream Drops. It's a really nice colour. I think I used those for the shell and the little pearl at the top as well, and this pearl on corners. And then the last one that I did in this one was this one. Now, I'm not a mandala fan. I never have been. So when I coloured this one, it was like a relief. I've finished it. I did enjoy it, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. I did enjoy doing it. But I'm not a mandala. I'm not one that goes to mandala. Don't jump at me as much as I'd like. But yeah, it didn't turn out too bad. So those are the ones that I've done in that book. But there is lots of pages in this book that I'd love to colour. But like I said, because they're so detailed, they'd take me a good week or two to do a full page in that book, you know, for it to be worthwhile. But I've noticed with this book, there's not a lot. It's not too overly detailed. There's some smaller pieces, and I think the next one that I'll probably colour in this is this one, which is the hummingbird. I find that to be absolutely stunning, and I can just see blues and greens and purples in there. That's all I can see. So I think I might be colouring that one. But I have got a thing. How various. Various. I like animals mostly, a mix of the major artists and Creative Haven. Yeah, I've got some Creative Haven. I'm really drawn to Teresa Goodridge ones. I've not got many other artists. It's mainly like, to be fair, Leslie, I've not even coloured in any of them. I've bought them. I like the way the artwork is by Teresa, but I've not actually coloured any yet. It's weird.
Yeah, of course.
But I do like her artwork. Yeah, I know how that is. When I lost my grandma, I went through that. Yeah, it's awful, absolutely awful. There's nothing worse than losing people you love. Not at all. Yeah, it's like some days, like I say, I can be sat here and I'll just bawl my eyes out, and then next day I'm happy go lucky, and I just see it like this, get it out, and then I can move, you know, carry on with my day. Some people say it's daft, some people like, don't, why are you crying? And it's hard to explain. You just go along with it, you know. Thank you, Mandy. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of mandalas. I have 2 5-subject notebooks that I'm using for next year. Ooh. I'm writing down all of the Johanna Basford pages I have to do. I only have one Teresa Goodridge book. They're really nice books though, Mandy, aren't they? I've coloured some. Yeah, Teresa is the best. I've noticed that a lot of people prefer her books to the rest of them. But I think it's just her design work in it. It's really nice, and a certain way that she colours, she draws. I think it's like the sketchy look.
Yeah,
it's really nice. What we're gonna do? I think it's in my little notebook. I think I did something. Yeah. I'm doing this thing for next year. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if it's up on my YouTube channel posts. Let me just have a look. Posts. I don't think I've put it up there. No, I've not put it on my I've not put it on my stories. But if you follow me on Instagram, I'm doing this hashtag, which is CWJ, hashtag CWJ4 for 2026. And I did this, in fact, I think I did a live stream about it not long ago. So basically, you've got to put in your favourite, write down all your favourite artists, and then go on Google and put in and find the random name generator, which is a wheel. You put all your favourite artists in there, and then you spin your wheel, and whichever four it picks, the first four it picks, is the first four artists that you've got to colour throughout the year. You can go colour other artists as well, but like every month you've got to make sure you've coloured at least one or more of this artist pages throughout the year. So you could colour one of each from each artist within that month, or you can colour just one of their pages in 1 month, and then another in another month, and so forth. And my wheel picked Rita Berman, Maria Troll, Mythographic Mythagoria, and RJ Hampson. So those are my four for 2026. Jeez. So yeah, it's all on my Instagram anyway. So if anybody wants to follow along with that, you can. Just when you're doing it, just use my hashtag, so it'll be for the whole year. So just hashtag it CWJ4 for 2026. It's just another fun thing to do throughout the year, so you're not stuck on the same ones all the time. You've been able to move on from the ones that you basically go to all the time. It's venturing out of that box, you know what I mean? I don't colour many Rita Bermans, but I love the books. And I haven't coloured many Mythographic or Mythagoria books. And I've got I've got 20 something of those. So being able to have that to force myself to colour some in some of the books, you know what I mean? Because I love the Dragon Spell book. The dragons in there are absolutely gorgeous. I'll probably go to that more than anything. And then the RJ Hampson, I think I've only coloured 1 or 2 pages. So it's just going to be nice to, I mean, I've coloured Maria Trolls anyway. I've done buddies and that. So, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I've coloured some, yeah. I love Marjorie Sarnat and Marty Noble more, though. I don't think I've got any of theirs, to be fair, Mandy. I'm trying to think. I mean, they're all in my other stack at other side of room, and it's just too much to get up and have a look. And I really need to do a folder of all my books that I've got in my collection to make sure, so it makes it easier for me to find. But I know I've got some horror ones and stuff. So, I think I've got some colour by numbers as well. So I think, to be fair, I'm trying to think what artists I might have. No, I can't think. I just can't think. But I've heard of them anyway. I've heard of them. Yeah. So no, what you do is you write down this is my list. So the thing is, it's Colour Jane for Instagram, but it's CWJ4 for 2026. And you write down your favourite artists. So in your colouring book collection, you write down each artist's name. And then when you've got all your artist list, you go to Google and you type in Google, is it random name generator or something like that? And then you type in all your names into the wheel, and then give yourself a few minutes, and then you click on it, it'll spin, and then the first one that pops up, you can do what I've done by putting a little star, or you can write it down separately. you write down that one that it's picked. So like mine was Rita Berman, so I just put a star, and then I click it again, and then the next one was Maria Troll. Click it again, Mythographic, click it again, RJ Hampson. And once you've got your 4, those are the 4 you've got to concentrate on throughout the year of 2026. And it's just simple as that. And then obviously when you post, and you can just put my hashtag, so I get to see everybody's work that they've been doing for that hashtag throughout 2026. It was just something a little bit of fun to add to, you know, the year, and just something different, so it gets you out of that comfort zone of colouring the same things all the time. So that was reason why I did it. If people join, they join. If they don't, they don't. It was just something to a bit of fun. Hi Connie. Hope you're well, darling. Pam, nice to see you too. Hope you're well. Are you joining in, Pam? Oh, thank you. I don't always write like that, Pam. I don't have IG anymore, but I do have an email address. Do you have Facebook, Mandy? I do run a Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, if you don't have Instagram, you can share your work in that group. Like I said, I've not been on it for quite some time, but I need to be more active in it. It's terrible because I'm running so many blooming groups. I get lost. No. I'm trying to think. It's just so you can share your work, you know, to show what you've been doing. I'm just trying to think of ways for you to share it to everybody else. Everybody else don't have Facebook. It's just so you can share it with everybody else. You should get it again. You should get it, Mandy. Share your work with us. I like to see, you know, when you use hashtags and you get people involved and you start seeing all pages coming together, and it's just really nice. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Pam. That's fantastic, Connie. Yeah, I wanted to bob on and just, you know, have a catch up and see how everybody were, and, you know, the usual stuff, just catching up and enjoying a bit of chatty time. It's been a long time. I've been on 99 minutes, would you believe it? Time goes really quick. It's good to see everybody, you know, all the usual faces joining and having a chat and chinwag and seeing how everybody is. It's just nice to see everybody, and, you know, I've just had an absolute hectic year, and I'll be glad to see back of it. As like I said to Mandy and Leslie, it's going to be nice to see back of 2025, but it's going to be also sad at the same time. But it's just one of them things, isn't it? Yeah, no worries, Pam. I'm still on Instagram anyway. So yeah, if you use Instagram, you can pop your pages on there and just use the hashtag. If you don't have Instagram but have Facebook, let me see, groups. Share, copy link. If you don't have Instagram but have Facebook, for those that are new, want to join, I'll pin that at the top, so you can just go into that and just share your pages in there as well. Nobody's been on there for last time, I posted the live stream, and I posted on 29th of August when my nan passed, and then I didn't post them since 9th of March. I opened the Facebook Colour with Jane livestream buddies group so that you could just post, everybody could post the pictures of what they've been working on, so I could see what they've been working on while I was doing my live streams and stuff. Not just the live streams, you can just put on your pictures on there of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. It's just nice to see colourful pictures every day. So it's not just for when I did my live streams, it's for any time of the day. Just pop your pictures on there, chuck some colour on, because it's dead at the moment. 66 members, and it's very, very quiet. But like I said, I run a Facebook Kirby group. I've been running that for 4 years. And I run that with What Colourful Worlds, which is Andre. She's doing the themes for the group now, which is nice. It takes a little bit of pressure off for me. So I just concentrate on the scavenger hunts. And then we also have the Colour Cube palette cards in the Kirby group as well. I also run a Mythogoria group. That's been running for a couple of years, I think now. I've got 2 people doing the mid-month colour challenge, colour challenge or something like that. No, challenge or theme or whatever. And somebody doing the scavenger hunt in there. I just picked the group buddy pages to colour in there. So I'm very, very busy sorting groups out on Facebook as well as my Instagram. So I try and keep as busy as possible, but I overly do it over like too much sometimes, and I just end up getting withdrawn, and I just can't be bothered to do all then. And like I said, this month I've only done 2 pages, and I'm on 14th of November. I'm hoping to start doing some Christmas pages though. I think. Thinking about getting Godjul art and the Julian's Alan Farger from Maria Troll, getting some Christmas pages out to colour. But we'll see. We'll see. What I decide to do and what I do is 2 different things. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, if I get in, I'll have people from my past getting hold of me, so that's a no for me. Oh, well, that's a shame. Can't you just I wonder if you just make a colouring name up. Don't put your actual name on it, because with me, I were Coloured with Love. I didn't put my name on it, but then I changed it to Coloured with Jane. I've noticed a lot of people just do random names, you know. So I wondered if you could do like a random name and then go and block them if you know what their name is. It's a shame to come off stuff like that, you know, just because some people that cause you problems. It's annoying, very annoying. Right, I want to colour obviously the panda's white. Is he white or is it off white? I think I might go with that actually. No. I don't want to call him white because I once said they're white are they? They're like a creamy colour. Creamy white. I think I might go with the French grey actually. French grey. French grey, 10%. And then the raw umber should be next to it. Sorry, I talk to myself a lot. Silver grey. No, it's the opposite side. Opposite side. So what's everybody's plans for tonight, for the weekend? I'm not doing anything this weekend. I'm just gonna have a chill weekend. So with this, I'm using it's French grey 10%. I'm just going to use that for the darker areas and then blend it out. Because they're not white. I might not actually go all the way either. I might just enough. Absolutely banging it down here. It's been at it all day non-stop. I think I'm not going to do this all obviously on this stream, but I might pop on another stream when I get a chance to, like I did tonight, and just do bits at a time, not rush it. But I think on the next stream I'll put a notification on when I'm going to go live, so hopefully you'll get a notification. So if you follow me and you've clicked all notifications, you'll get a notification when I go live. I'm not promising. I want to get this panda done. Obviously, at some point we are forcing myself to do it, but I would like to finish it on stream. I started it and I want to finish it on stream. I don't know what date it'll be. But like I said, I will put a notification up so you don't miss it. Just make sure you've clicked all notifications. I love this tool. This is absolutely fantastic. And this blender pencil works on majority of pencils. I've used it on my Prismas, I've used it on my Faber-Castell Polis, and it works so well. It's a full blender Carandiash wax blender, and it just smooths it out so much. You won't believe it. It looks so much better. And you don't have to press on too hard either. You just go over it lightly and it just gets rid of all that crap that makes it look so rough and ugly. And I didn't know anything about this one until Em told me. And then it's like, curse you. I need more. Yeah, they work so well. It does, Pam. They work so well, doesn't they? Makes a huge difference. That one. I need this one. Yeah, when I first used it, I'm like, wow. Because I always use the, I think it was the Prisma blender. I use that one a lot of the time. And it does work to a degree, but it doesn't smooth that pencil work out as much as what I'd like it to. So when I got that, and I'm like, wow, what a difference. What a difference. And I've not looked back since. I've not gone back to my Prisma one. It's just that one all the time. Blooming fantastic. People from YouTube get into folks' business from Facebook. Is why I don't use it. I know marriages that were destroyed over Facebook. Blooming heck. I've had Facebook since 2009. And yeah, it has caused some problems, mainly with family members causing problems, you know, airing dirty washing all the time. And I'm going to admit there's times I've put stuff on there, you know, that didn't need to be put on there. But I think at the time you think it's thought best. But as I've grown up, it's like, there's just no point. There's just no point. Just leave it alone. It'll work itself out. Basically, I just say fuck them and block them. You know, if I block them and they're not on my Facebook, they're not causing me no harm. So that's what I've started doing. Any shit from anybody, I just block them. I can't be arsed with it. I'm too old for that crap. You know, if you're not willing to work with me and berate with me, I'm not bothered. Just stay out of my fucking life and leave me alone. I've got enough to deal with. That's how I've got to be, you know. I feel bad after, like, oh damn, you know, I could have handled it better and stuff, but it is what it is. At the time you think, you know, oh yeah. Not so much was when family died for me, but it's more so just to dig and, you know, get back at people and just slag each other off all the time instead of just talking about things and whatnot. It's like, I'm going to put it all off Facebook and I'm going to make you look like a bad person. And yeah, I'm going to admit I've done it in past, you know, when I was younger and a bit immature, just trying to get one up on people, and because they've made me feel like shit, you know, make them feel like shit, but it don't get nowhere. You're just making a rod for your own back, making yourself look an idiot, and I've come to realise it's just not worth it. And there's an old saying that, you know, if you've got no nice to say, don't say nothing, you know, don't say no at all. And that's how I've become to realise that life's too short to be pissing about, arguing on Facebook and causing a scene. And I've got to point now where I just don't entertain it. I just go on Facebook. If somebody talks, I'll talk back. But more often than not, I just go on for my groups. I enjoyed running my groups, my Kirby group and my mythographic group. It's nice to see everybody's pages and, you know, just enjoying each other's company and going on and changing banner photos. And I also include the people that join in with the scavenger hunts and stuff. I put them on my end of the month pages so that people can see what, you know, the work. Just having them involved in my channel as much as possible, because they do fantastic work, and I really do enjoy every Sunday just nipping on, going through everybody's work, and then sharing it with everybody else. And I let them know that I've done it, and they're like, yeah, it's nice to see my name pop up, and knowing that people are seeing my page, and it just brings back a thank you for all that hard work that I do arranging the scavenger hunts, and at the time it was the theme as well. So it's just a bit a reward for joining in, you know. But yeah, there's not worse than family members at war. Family members and neighbours, I think they're worst. Especially when you don't get on with them and they're causing, you know, but bloody problems. I've had to get security cameras up at my house because Sir Robert Road had threatened to have me done in. and my house torched. So I've had to get cameras put in my house and lot this year. Just been a nightmare. It was like a domino effect. It's like one thing happened, then another thing, and then another thing. It's like, when am I going to catch a break? You know. But it's just nice to be back on live and just chatting and seeing how everybody is, what you've all been up to and whatnot. I think that looks cute. It's not white, but it's just enough. I think I've got everything on there. I do. I don't know what colours to do the flowers though. I'm back. Do I go like bright or dim? Dim. One minute, we've been on an hour and 117 minutes. I'll get these flowers done, and then when I've done the flowers, I'll leave the background for another live stream, I think. So let's just have a look. I was thinking I could use like these colours, so like hibiscus, herculanum. Is that right? Herculanum red. So like these colours. Maybe a purple in there. I think they're nice. So I'm gonna go butternut for centres. Oh, butternut. Where's my butternut? No. Butternut. Anybody been watching any really good series of late? So I didn't want it looking overly powerful in colour, to keep it as mute as possible. I've been reading to be fair, yesterday. Obviously, yeah, Ozzy Osbourne passed away, and he brought his new book out, Last Rites. Now I'm not a big reader. I'm not gonna lie. Because when I start reading, I give myself a blooming migraine. And when Ozzy's new book come out, I'm like, I'm really tempted to get it and read it, you know. And I finished up buying it, and I bought it a good 2-3 months ago. And I'd not started reading it, but yesterday I thought, bugger it, I'll get it out and I'll read it. And I've literally got to chapter 4 or chapter 5 already. I need to slow down because I've read this book by end of blooming week. But it's a really nice book up to now. I'm enjoying reading it. But I need to slow down a bit. Butternut. So we're gonna go burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. Is that one that I need anyway? 68. Yeah, hibiscus pink. Which will be that. Hibiscus pink. Violet. think it's these. These ones. But yeah, I started reading it and I was getting right into it. And probably read some of that tomorrow. Time goes right quick as well when you read. I've noticed that. Right. So I'm gonna colour these ones. Hi everybody. Hope everybody's well. That's a nice colour, that, isn't it? Goes really well. Do this side as well. I know Em's going to kill me knowing I've been live while she's at work. Love you, sis. She's going to be cursing me. How dare you go live without me being there? I don't know whether to do them. In fact, I'm going to do it anyway. I'll do it this colour. It's a shame those weren't on the top there because it'd have looked like little part of his paw pad, wouldn't it? I think they're meant to be leaves. I'm just gonna be different. I think next live stream I'm gonna put some music on in background, you know, just some soft, quiet music or something, so it doesn't sound as boring. Not too much to overpower. Can you guys still hear me? My microphone's not gone off, has it? Because if it has, I'm going to have to swap it until I've done.
That's why when I went away, that's why I'm on it. I was shocked when I got it.
So, I did say at the beginning at stream. Or is it already up? Come on, spill the beans. Who's got it up? I said at the beginning of live stream, I'll not be putting mine up till the last week of November.
Yeah.
What's everybody's plans then after my live? Is there somebody else going live tonight? I haven't watched anybody for a long time. I don't, like I said, I've not really had a chance to watch anybody really. It's depressing, isn't it? think them colours go really well, don't they? I keep saying that. Maybe violet pink. I don't know. There is some different ones there, so I think I'm gonna go like this. I'm bringing a purple, a soft purple. Is there any books that people are waiting to come out for? Any new ones? What you all got pre-ordered? Or what book you're looking forward to the most? Right, I think I'm going to go in with a purple. Goes back. Need to find purple. Or at least purpley blue. I think I'm going to go with that one. Ultramarine. Ultramarine violet. That's it there. Ooh, crocheting. I did some crocheting. Some years ago. I did some blankets for the boys. I really enjoyed doing it, but when it come to it, I'm not that good. I did the blankets, but obviously there were mistakes and stuff because I was just learning anyway. But I managed to do some blankets. But the ones that, when I did it, I felt really proud of myself. But I couldn't do, like, I mean, I've seen people doing animals and all sorts. I'm not that advanced. I just did blankets for winter for boys, to keep them warm. And they loved them until they were no good anymore. But I ain't gone back to crocheting for years. I've got my crocheting needles. I've just not been bothered about doing it again. But when you do it, there's people do amazing things with crochet. Only wish I were half as talented as some people. I went to this Macmillan coffee morning after my nan passed away, and there were this lady selling crocheted stuff, and I bought 2 crocheted pumpkins off her, and they were fantastic. I used them throughout Halloween, left them up while we were away, and I've put them away for next year. They're really cute. I think one was 2 different coloured greens, and then the other was pink and orange. She didn't charge a huge amount of money for them. And there was a crocheted turtle I bought for and Ruben picked a axolotl. It was a pink one. The woman's got her own page and that on Facebook, and she sells. So they're really nice. Do you crochet specific things, Leslie, or I know some people do cardigans and animals or blankets. You got a preference? There were some one craft that come to mind. I wouldn't mind trying, but then I thought to myself, I'm really crap at sewing, so it'd be no good for me. And that's needle felting. You know, making animals and stuff out of felt. That looks good, but I'm guessing you're going to need some experience with doing that, aren't you? I'd be stabbing myself every 2 minutes. I dread to think what it'd turn out like. Just blankets. Oh, that's lovely. You can't beat a crocheted blanket though, especially in winter. They certainly keep you warm. I mean, there were those that went viral with, you know, that really thick wool, and they were making like mermaid tails and stuff with it. I'm like, oh god, imagine having one of them. Wrap myself up in one of them at winter. They look so cozy. I think it starts with M. The material that we're using. Can't for the life of me remember, but were like really thick wool, and they were using their arms to do it. Like, how the hell have you managed to do that with your arms? Please teach me. Imagine someone to. At least you're going to be toasty warm. I think this is not turning out too bad, to be fair. In my head, but that's Ruben. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's playing on his game. Nobody's torturing him. Oh. I think that purple complements those pinks really well, doesn't it? Like it's just the right colour combination for it not to clash. And it's not overpowering on both colours. Like one's not taking precedent of the other. If that's the word. If that's the word I'm looking for. Coming out with big names now, aren't I? It's not like me. Just a few more, a couple more left. Ta-da! Let me just use this. So yeah, I think we're good. Back in there. Just gonna go over with my wax blender, trusty pencil blender. It just smooths it out so it don't look too, you know, makes it look not so much nicer. I need to get some more actually. I'm ready for a brew. I've drank, well, coffee. I've had to go to decaf because non-decaf coffee makes my ticker go like clappers. Terrifies me. And when we went to Ems for the week, we went to I think it was Costco. Never been to one. I've never seen one round here. And I think me, Brian, kids were in awe of what was there. I got this huge jar of coffee, and I mean it was huge. It's going to last me at least probably 3 years. It weren't a bad price. Got some absolutely gorgeous buns and stuff. Unbelievable. I mean, the stuff that was in there though, so much off and whatnot, and the amount of stuff that they sold were amazing. I said to my husband, I said, we need something like that up, and I don't think we've got anything like that. And if we have, it's obviously you've got to have a car to go to something like that. It's sold washing machines and all sorts, literally all sorts. Couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. Toys, clothes, confectionaries and cleaning stuff. It were an array of different stuff. Nuts. There we go. That looks absolutely adorable. So I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I've been on 2 hours. I only planned to come on for an hour. But there we have it. I always got that bit of it anyway. But yeah, it's been really nice to hop on have a good chinwag and talk to you all and see how you've been going on. It's nice to see old faces. And like I said, the next time I come on, I'll try and make sure I give a bit of a warning that I'm coming on. So you're not, wondering when I'm coming on and when I'm not coming on. I'll be able to let you know. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Really enjoyed it. It's been nice to just, relax and just do a bit of colouring. And the next time I'm on, we'll either do the actual background or we'll do some flowers and this side of flowers. Just take us time with it so that I can just have an hour with you here and there, and just enjoy it. So I'm going to leave it there. I'll bookmark this so I know that I'm working on this page with you. Mark that. There we go. So yeah. If you enjoyed my live stream, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate the support. Don't forget there is my Colour with Jane Facebook group. If you want to share your works with me, you can join the Facebook group. You can always join Instagram if you have already got Instagram. The Instagram name is the same as my YouTube name, so you should find me near enough. It's the same profile and everything. So you'll be able to find me quite easily enough. But yeah, again, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you all again soon. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.